just start singing.
Yeah, dude.
Sometimes I'll be at work and I'll be making pieces, and I don't know songs, but I know the choruses of songs. So I'll just sing the chorus of songs, which is usually like one word or like a sentence. It's like, so one chorus of songs is literally just boomerang. So like boomerang, boomerang, boomer. I'll just keep saying it. There's a song where it's like, we keep on grinding. Okay. And I'll just do that, like just real simple choruses.
Today, it was early 2000s music all day. I straight up sang like 15, 20 songs in a row and just kept going. Like, it didn't matter if I was helping a customer. It didn't matter, like, bitch faces walked by. Like, I didn't care. I was just singing.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yes, honey, okay, I'm gonna smush you. Good dog. But yeah, I don't know. I just enjoyed it. It was a good day.
I like singing. I'm just like, it brings something out in me that like I don't really present. It's nice.
Yeah. Did I tell you that I was like super full today?
No.
And like didn't eat. I legit have only eaten an apple, and I had to force myself to drink one of those protein shakes because after the gym I was like, that's all I've eaten today. Because of the pasta I ate last night. It was like too filling.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like not even hungry. Like, I feel like I should probably eat like one of the granola bars or something, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I was going to earlier, but I forgot. Like, I started playing. I stopped watching Supernatural. I was like, I'll play this for a little bit, and I'll go to bed. And you knocked on the door. And by a little bit, I've probably been playing for at least an hour and a half. But yeah.
An apple, forcing yourself to eat or to drink a protein shake because noodles.
Yeah, because I ate pasta.
Was the pasta at least good? Or was it?
Yeah, it was pasta. We had a whole bunch of ground beef. Obviously, I wouldn't have however much I put on my plate. But yeah,
right.
Ground beef, mushrooms, like a couple peppers or something like that, and then tomato sauce.
Mushrooms. I'm trying to figure out how to make my eggs taste a lot better. I think mushrooms.
See, I don't really like mushrooms on their own, but like when it's cooking, like the way my grandma does it, was fucking phenomenal. It tastes delicious. But yeah, mushrooms would like change up the flavor of the eggs. Dude, you know what you can get? Sea salt.
Sea salt.
Yeah, sea salt. No shit. That stuff is delicious.
And that's cool with the drops and everything?
Because it's real sea salt. Now, obviously, don't put too much.
So just
tap, a little bit.
Yeah.
But that shit is delicious. Will change the flavor, dude.
Yeah. I'm going back to Valley tomorrow to get a bunch of chicken. I'm gonna start cooking it myself.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm tired of I'm cooking it all. I'm putting it in a bag. I'm putting my name on it. But I'm trying to figure out how to make it taste better. I like either salt or pepper or something. But if you're telling me sea salt,
chicken.
If you're telling me sea salt, I just put a little bit on that.
Obviously, you can't literally one turn of the thing and
I'm not saying I'm gonna put a lot, just a little bit. Add a little bit of.
But for chicken, you want you're gonna cook it and then you're gonna store it.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure that you put when you take it out, obviously it's gonna be a little dry. So what I recommend, what I've done before, is I got my hand wet and I just sprinkled water on it basically.
Right.
To give it the moisture and then however you heat it back up or whatever. But for flavor, dude, I don't even fucking know what to do.
What I realized when I started doing was I put olive oil in the skillet. I warm up the skillet, then I just kind of put it in there, let it just kind of grill up a little bit. It doesn't add the taste, but because I cook it in with the eggs,
it's not dry.
It's not dry, or I just don't care because I eat.
If you cook it in with the eggs, it's pretty good.
I'll eat the chicken first, and because it's crispy because of the olive oil, and then I'll eat the eggs. So it's I'm just eating this to stay full, and then the eggs will pack the flavor. I got hot sauce, I got bell pepper, I got onion. I got two kinds of onion. I got the white onion. By the way, those do make you cry. I'm sitting there going I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah, dude, if you cut the white part, dude, you're fucked.
I stopped. I half-assed it halfway through because I couldn't handle it anymore. And then I got the green onions. Those are just for color. I didn't know. I thought they had flavor. Just for color.
Oh, the end piece?
Yeah. And
they taste pretty good. Like, they're like satisfying.
Yeah, they don't taste like anything.
Yeah, they're just there.
There. But I mean, it does make it look a lot more pretty. I got the tapatio sauce in there. Then I got and I need to get regular tomatoes. But for right now, I got those. I cut those in half. Put them in there. Just kind of like keep it all warmed up. Bam.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
The other day, my omelet was... So I made 2 eggs. Okay? And I thought I had this, like, chicken or something. But I didn't. So I ended up getting this, like, some kind of chicken patty. And I just heated that motherfucker up and I cut it in pieces. And I put some sea salt and then the cheese on it, and that's all I had. It's fucking delicious. That cheese made me have the runs, but, you know, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You still haven't gone on the scale, dude? Did you go on the scale the first day?
Yeah, well, 151.8 or 151.3.
Okay. So, wait, that's today?
No, that was Sunday.
That's Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
Just what, a couple days ago? So
yeah.
It's not too long ago.
My plan, because what I've realized is when I keep looking back at the food log, I mess up on the 3rd day. So, like, day 1, day 2, fine. Day 3, I mess up. So, my plan for the next time is 3 things in case. Plan A is to weigh myself and go, hey, dude, you're fine. Look at this. From that day to that day, you've stayed the same or you've lost a little bit or this or that or whatever. Or day 2, because, like, if let's say I'm bored, I will walk down to the Ralph's. I'll buy myself a yogurt. I'll eat the yogurt there, just one yogurt, then I'll walk back up. That way, I got the craving down, but I'm wasting time while exercising, and I'm also thinking. And if that doesn't work, napping or reading. Hopefully that works down the line. Yeah.
It's pretty good. This is pretty much why I do this, or, like, pretty much have to watch Supernatural all night, because, like, yeah, I get a little bit tired, but then I get this, like, man, I could eat something. Not even like I'm hungry. Like, I could eat something. And it's like, I literally go to the fridge, and I'm like, why am I here? I know I'm not going to eat anything. And I just walk back to my room, dude. It's the stupidest fucking thing. But that's why I, like, distract myself, and then I usually go to bed. I try to go to bed before 12. Never happens, but at least by, like, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
My hope is to eventually be to bed by 12 and wake up at before 8 and have, like, a really solid, like, schedule. But, yeah.
We were talking about us talking, not on the podcast talking. I was talking last week about having a routine.
Yeah.
Has it, like, have you set your, like, routine in stone a little bit more, or has, from the time we've talked, has your routine, like, altered and changed so it could fit your schedule better?
No, I think my routine still, like, sets. I still have, like, my detox in the morning with all my water. I don't eat until about 1:30. Like, even the eggs that I had, like, I legit didn't eat them until about 1 o'clock. Because, like, we were, like, literally right about to go leave up to my grandma's, and I still, like, ate them at 1. So it was on the routine, and then I had the pasta at around 7, which is around the time I normally have, like, my protein drink. Yeah. So it's kind of, like, somewhat there. But no, I still have my routine where I eat my breakfast at 1:30. I gotta, like, if people hear breakfast, they're like, oh, 8. I'm like, nah, I ate my breakfast at 1:30. Yeah, and then I have my protein drink after I work out, and then sometimes I'll have an apple in between those two, or I'll have, like, something later in the night after, like, my meeting, if I have a meeting, or, like, tonight, I might have, like, 1 granola bar or something. That's only if I feel that I need it, instead of, like, going to eat, like, a whole thing. I'll just have a little bite, and then I'll wait a few minutes, and I'll more than likely be satisfied.
Yeah. how did you realize you can wake up and then not eat till 1?
You know, how was that? That was fucking weird.
Yeah, like...
Because you get imagine, yeah, sometimes I wake up at, 8 o'clock. Like, that's 5-6 hours of not eating anything. I just drink a bunch of water. Every time I feel like I'm hungry, I literally just start drinking water, and it kind of, subsides for a minute, or, I distract myself. I get dizzy somehow. Sometimes, luckily, I'm at work, and I'll literally just do, anything. Like, if nobody's there, there's nothing to do, dude, I'll do anything. Talk to anybody. Distract myself. Now it's pretty easy. Like, I don't even get hungry. I don't even feel like a pit in my stomach until, 12. And that's when I know, okay, time to start, drinking my last, bottle of water, and then, I'll wait. Then I'll be able to do my drops, and I'll eat.
No,
that did take a while to get used to, though.
Yeah, knowing you, it does make sense, understanding, figuring out your body, stuff like that. Something I've never asked you is, how'd you figure out Ariix?
What do you mean?
How'd you figure about...
how to learn about it?
Yeah, or, hear about it?
I don't know if you remember a dude named Tyler. It's, 2 years younger than us in school.
No.
Alright, well, he used to live, right up the street from... literally right up the street from here. And he was, my childhood friend. And, I legit didn't hear from him after we got out of high school. He just calls me up one day, and he was like, hey, dude, I got this thing I want to show you. Would you be down to, come to make an appointment? And I was like, alright, sure, but I'm a little busy. I legit basically told him no 3 times. And then one day I was like, you know what, dude, yeah, I told you I'd go, so I'll make time. I heard about it, and I was like, yeah. Because I've been looking for something ever since, my sister did doTERRA, and I was like, I like the line of work. I've always liked the line of work. I just, purely essential oils just wasn't for me to sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I saw this, and I was like, gotta try it. And I tried the product, and that's how I'm here.
So we talked on the actual previous podcast. We talked about you having to go on Facebook and reconnect with a bunch of people from your past and then communicate with them. And then the reason we wanted to do a podcast was to get used to just sitting down and talking to a person about the product and things like that. Has there been any update on people on Facebook that you're connecting with?
Not on Facebook have I talked to anybody about product in particular, but for an example, just not yesterday, but Sunday maybe, one of my coworkers was telling me that they felt really fucking tired, and I was like, dude, I totally got this thing, and I told him a little bit about it, and then I was telling him about how one of the guys that trains us on Saturday. He showed us his pay periods one time to show us that you obviously don't make the thousands of dollars right off the bat. It takes some time while you're training. He went from making $0 for a little while to $300 every week. All he ever made was $300 for 2 years. Still stuck with it. And then he showed us this one check. Dude, he got over $21,000 in a week. That was dope. But your question was how? Sorry, I went off topic. But yeah, but I was just talking to him about it, and he was kind of like, oh yeah, so I'm just next time I see him, and if feeling tired, which people do at work because they don't like work, so generally they get real groggy and tired.
Yeah.
I'll just offer him up and be like, hey, you want to try some of these vitamins? They're not drugs. They're they're all natural and healthy for you. You're good to go. Yeah.
And just so people know, the vitamin we're talking about is called Rejuvenex.
Oh yeah. That should be pointed out. Yeah.
I've been meaning to actually sit down and go through all the ingredients and then type it into Google and then read about it because I'm fascinated by how it works in the body. Because you got me. I'm intrigued by this. I don't want to go to the meetings. I'm sorry. I'm a dick. I want to do it myself.
No, but dude. You should learn, the little nitty-gritty stuff about the ingredients.
Yeah.
They don't go into that too much. I didn't have So last Saturday, I didn't have cash, and I was really disappointed because they had an ingredient thing for some of the product, like what ingredients are in it and stuff.
Right.
And I wanted to get one, but I didn't have any cash, and they only have what they have on hand like that day because they just bring a couple or whatever.
Yeah.
But this Saturday, I'll try to get one if I can. But yeah, you can always just go online and like type in the ingredient. They're not weird, but like the names and stuff. I don't even know what the fucking ingredients are called. If I like tried to find it, I'd be lost.
I just want to see what it does when it like goes into the body and stuff. Just because.
You mean like what each ingredient does specifically?
Yeah, and then like okay, so you take the capsule, it goes through this, and this, and because of this, and this chemical.
Well, it's like I don't know if have you read the ingredients?
No.
It's literally like a bunch of fruits, and.
I mean, I've read it, but I don't know what any of it is.
Okay.
I want to actually Google and see what it does. That way when people ask me, okay, well, what is it? It's a vitamin. Oh, well, it's a vitamin. Because, so it goes in your body. It does this and this with your blood sugar. This chemical and this chemical combine, and then it forms this happen. Well, I want the science of it.
If anybody asks you right now, you can literally tell them that it's a bunch of berries and fruits, and that all have what the hell is the form of caffeine? It's not the form of caffeine that they put in soda, because it's the synthetic caffeine that they make.
Yeah, and like coffee.
But it's a natural caffeine that just is inside of the fruits and the berries that they get. And that's what gives you that energy, that focus. But there is a few other things in there that help as well.
I think it also helps headaches, because I gave it to my buddy Zach, and he goes like, well, hey man, do you feel anything? It was like, when my headache went away, I was like, oh, well, I guess it does that too. I don't know. It's like, what's supposed to happen?
It legitimately makes you happier. Like, it improves your mood, because, when you have more energy, you get happier. So it literally will make you happier.
Yeah. Also, what I realized is, like, eating really, really well really helps it out, too. Like, on Sunday,
have you eaten really shitty and then taken them, and they're like...
I mean, I ate really poorly today, but I took it, and it helped me earlier with like focus and stuff, but it didn't like hit me like it usually does.
Quite as long,
yeah. But I mean, it helped me when I needed to help me, so that was cool. But on Sunday, when I was like Sunday and like Monday, when I was like really, really eating well, I could totally, I felt it. Like I felt like me from walking from the car to the door of my job. I was like, oh yeah, all right, cool, right? Then just like people were like, my coworkers were happy to see me, so there's their happiness and the happiness I just put into my body. So, what's going on? Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. You're happy to see me. This is so cool. It was like a dog, and it was like, I'm just happy you're still alive, kind of thing. So it really does work, and I mean I don't find it to be addictive. I don't sit there.
Have you not taken it one day?
Yeah.
Dude, so I don't really ever forget to take it because I like take it at specific times.
Right.
But like sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't really need to take it right now. And the only reason I took it today was because I was going to go to the gym and I hadn't eaten much, so it kind of like scared me a little bit. And I'm like, I did. I had one slice of turkey to like just to make sure that I had something in my system before I went to go work out, which is also why I had the apple.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like I needed to take them, but I took them because they work as a really good pre-workout because they give you that, like initially the first like hour or so after you're done, like you have this like enhanced, really strong energy. Not like, and obviously the mental focus lasts a lot longer, but that's why I took them today. But I totally didn't need to for like energy or mental focus or anything. It was already there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've not taken them since I've started. I know that there's been days where I've literally just like the only time I took them was when I took them with the rest of my vitamins, and I was just like, I didn't even realize I was taking those ones in particular. I just took all of my vitamins. But yeah, I've never felt the need to take them.
Right.
So
yeah.
I felt tired, and I'm like, oh, I could take these, and naturally, help myself with the fruit extracts. But never like, where's it at? Gotta have it. Never like coffee.
Right. Yeah.
Or like when I drink energy drinks all the time, where I was like, I need an energy drink.
Yeah. Yeah, my biggest fear is like wanting to take them when I feel like down, like when I should like just find it with myself to just become strong and get past that down part. And I haven't like sat there through a down part and I'm like, you know what? Let me take this. It's like, nope, we're good. We've been here before. We're gonna be fine. So it's just kind of really cool to know that, because like I have a negative stigma in my mind when it comes to pills and or vitamins. Anything you really put in your mouth that has a capsule, because you immediately think of pills. So you just imagine all those people taking like Xanax. I mean, some people, some people need it. Some people do kind
people
of
take like painkillers
or painkillers, and then you're just sitting there going like, I don't want to take pills. And then in my head, I'm like, I don't want to be like a pill addict, but also like it helps. But it's also like I'm taking a whole bunch. Like I took one today. That was it. I felt fine.
Did you take one capsule?
Just one capsule.
Really? I don't think I've ever just taken one capsule.
Yeah, I gave one to a coworker, and she was like, "I'm just gonna have one." I was like, "Well, I've never had one. I've had 2 or 3. Well, let's see what one does."
You've never taken all 4 at once?
No.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
Have you taken 4 in a day?
No.
I've literally just had 2.
Only had
that's it.
Yeah. It's just to get through me. The reason why I'm like, I texted you, I want a bottle, is because one day I'm at biology. Dude, I worked so hard. I woke up, I drank water, I ate real good. I went to the gym, I skateboarded, I listened to a happy song. I walk in, I'm like, dude, today's gonna be a great day, man. I'm feeling one with everything. I'm good to go, man. Before my shift ends, I'm done. Boss man's yelling. Everyone's sad because he's all stressed out. I'm like, dude, this ain't fair, man. Man, I just need, because like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm sitting there. By the time I left, I'm like, who cares anymore? This sucks. I'm like, I just need that little motivator, that little like, just kind of like pick me like, hey, stupid, you're doing real well. Don't do anything dumb. I just need that little pick me up. And you were talking about how, it's a little pick me up. I was like, you know what? I need one.
And it works pretty good.
Yeah,
huh?
I pop one right in the morning, I mean, dude, this is how good it works. Also, in my mind, if anyone listening to this goes, it might cure my depression. It's not going to.
It's not, yeah.
It's not like a pill where you just imagine, like, I'm going to take it and it's going to fix everything. Like, I came into work with a happy demeanor. I gave something that made the chemicals in my body agree with that happy demeanor. So then everything just seemed a lot more happier. Plus, I had proof of happiness in my mind. So, I work at the pizza place. The fan died, right? So they're fixing it while we're making pizzas, right? Dude, I'm giggling like, man, this is crazy. This is the weirdest day I've ever had here. Whatever, right? Right? I'm so happy that I'm making the other 2 people just like all calm and relax. Boss man sees that I'm sitting there happy, making these 2 other people happy. That he's like, I can't do anything about this. They're doing their jobs. They're moving along. Who cares, right? They froze some of them the mushrooms, right? And he was like, the mushrooms froze. Right off the bat, I was like, hey man, you want some mushroom popsicles? He says there, I'm not being a smartass. I'm smiling. It's a joke, ha, right? And he goes like, not today, right? And he leaves, and I'm like, yeah, like I got it. Like, you're cool, man. We can. I just need a little extra, make it a little bit more positive, and not let him bog me down. Everyone else, not get bogged down.
That's good stuff. Have you ever like felt down after you took them?
No, but I've definitely realized like when they wore off. Like I definitely realized, oh, okay, cool. Because you can feel that happiness, but then you can also feel like, oh, it's out, it's done.
You feel like a normal effect.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. You just feel like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. It's basically after like a real good hearty laugh, like when your ribs hurt, and then 2 seconds later you're like, what? Like, oh right, I was laughing really hard. When you completely forgot, it's kind of like that, where it's just like, oh, I forgot. And then it's like you just move. You keep moving. That's all it is. Like it's an altered state, but it's not so altered. You realize that it's altered. You're just like, oh, I'm a little bit happier right now. I'm a little bit more focused. Like, oh, this is what it's like to be focused and figure things out and be smart.
I wouldn't say that it makes you smart.
I'm not saying it makes me smart, but like I realize I can focus a little bit better. I am seeing a little bit more intuitive. I mean, I'm already intuitive, but like just a little bit, like a little extra. But it could have just been I was like really, really happy and really into the conversation to where I was like, this is awesome. And I realized me saying in my head, this is awesome. So it could just be a combination of things of just making me understand and realize, oh, this is awesome.
That's good. I'm really shocked to hear that you haven't had more than 2 in a day.
Yeah.
That's really surprising.
I hate saying it, but I think I have an addictive personality. I think that's why I like coffee, because it's really bitter. I think that's why I love sugar, because it's that pounding in your head, like, oh, something's going on, that's different. So I feel if I prefer to take more,
most people do, they have at least 4 a day.
Yeah.
The only person I've ever heard of that has less than, 4 a day is someone who, is super detoxing and is only having 2 because, that's all I need, and they're, wired all day long, you know? No, but that's cool, dude.
I just needed someone just kind of I call it the motivator, just a little bit. Hey man, we're good. Just a little. Hey, dude, you're doing well. The reason why it works so well in the morning for me is because I've worked so hard in the morning. You're drinking water, eating good, going to the gym, skateboarding before work, listening to a happy song, saying everything's going to be a great day today. Today will be fantastic. A little pop out, hey, yeah, man, we agree with you. Attaboy, man, you're working real hard. Let's not get the boss man to let you down, you know? For me, I don't want to feel wired and focused all the time. I like the natural feeling of someone saying something to me and me being interested. If someone's talking nonsense to me and I go, I'm really interested, they're going to keep speaking nonsense to me because they think I'm interested.
You can just tell them you're not interested, man.
I can't, it's too mean.
Dude, I do it all the time.
In my mind, I'm pretty sure somewhere I don't care. It would destroy me. Cause but to me, it's fascinating.
Well, put it that way, dude. I listen to the conversations at work that I want to be a part of, you know. And this conversations happen all over here and there. And if I straight up listen to this conversation and they're talking about some bullshit, and I just went, ooh, and I went over to a different person, and I was like, what's going on today? And we just started chatting. But yeah,
I like doing that at open mics. I realized. I met a guy, real older guy. He's when I was 22, I did 2 things. I stopped talking, and I listened. I was like, alright. So that's what I'll do at open mics now. For me, it's real hard to be hi, I'm Taylor, you want to be my friend now? You know, because in my mind, I have to prove that I'm funny to hang out with funny people. If I'm not funny, there's no point in hanging out with me. Vice versa. So what I'll do now is I'll find a conversation, I'll just stand, and I'll listen to what they're saying, see how they interact with each other, and just kind of alright, cool, then if I see a friend, I'll go over and I'll pop around, and just kind of blend in, screw it, all this person's complaining, whatever, move around. I've made more friends just by standing there anyways. Cause I'm not just staring, I'm just I'm listening, good point, alright, cool, yeah, I agree with that, alright, yeah.
Checking who's saying what, talking about this and that, that's pretty cool. Take that actually now that I'm thinking about it. I told you how I told you how one of my bottles popped open in my backpack because it was real rough and stuff.
Yeah.
It sucks because now one's always gonna be lower than the other and they're not even.
Yeah.
But yeah.
One of mine is lower than the even because I was trying to take off the wrapper and a little bit dropped or a little bit spilled.
It happens, dude.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked, dude, because it didn't stain my backpack. I was
yeah.
I really expected it to stay in my backpack, and I was feeling around, dude. It wasn't even wet anymore after I dried it out with the towel. It was just kind of shocking and weird. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. What I'm trying to think about doing is joining up. But then using it as a sponsor on the podcast, so then it kind of picks up speed and stuff, something. I don't know, because I can't sit down and listen to someone else talk. I can't do it. Unless they're entertaining.
They have to be entertaining, and you have to want to hear what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 key things. That's why let me be straight up, right? There are sometimes when I go to these meetings, never the Saturdays. It's usually the Monday meetings where I go, I am there. I have heard it 15, 20 times. I still listen, and I fully pay attention, and I, am there. But there's sometimes where it's like, man, this was a whole Monday that I just sat here. No, like, obviously I haven't brought anybody yet, because I'm just, like, I'm waiting until I get my results to really start just like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. I just feel like this could be more entertaining or, like, better. I start to analyze it, really.
Yeah. Have you sat down and started taking, like, because we were talking a while back, we were in the car about to go to a meeting, and you were talking to me about, like, have you ever thought about, like, why am I doing this? And, like, I went into a store, then I also told you how I used to go to the comedy store, and I'd sit down and write down what people did that bugged me, and then wrote down what people liked. Have you, like, done that? Like, when you sat down with, like...
Oh, yeah, I've sat there and been like, what was, like, good about this? What was... Not it's never, like, bad. It's just, how would I do it?
Yeah.
Because there are obviously ways that some people talk, and I was like, I would probably never say it like that. Or say, like, this particular in this way. I don't know. But, yeah, I've sat there and done that a few times, and I still do it. Even when I go, I still, like, take notes on certain things, especially the stuff that, like, I want to talk about. Because I want to have, like, a third-party source that is, like, memorized in my head. It's, like, what this does and what it will do for other people, Obviously, I don't need that for something like Rejuvenex, because I can talk about it for an hour and a half about what it does, what it did to me, like, the reason I love it. Same thing for the Slenderize, really. I can tell you the stories about what it's done for me already. What it's done for other people is very easy. But then there's something like the shampoo. Like, I gotta be like, alright, what are the reasons for this? But yeah.
Yeah. What I realized with, like, Onnit, Andre Marcus, the ayahuasca man, they sell, like, shampoos and stuff. They don't talk about it. What mainly they do is it's always, like, Alpha Brain and Shroom Tech. Whenever it comes to podcasts and stuff like that, it's always, those are the two main ones. So basically, for us to compare, the two main ones would be the drops and the Rejuvenex. My brain figured out what it was. That's basically the two, right? The big sellers, those are like the headliners. The shampoo is like the 3-minute set at the beginning, or the MC.
Do you know that a lot of people that do this don't, like, full blast display Rejuvenex? They, like, talk, like, it's one of, like, it's definitely, like, top 5, top 7, something like that. There's not too many products, so I don't want to say, like, top 10.
Yeah.
But, top 1 is a skincare line.
Why?
Yeah. Older women.
Yeah, but, like...
Older women and skincare, so much money goes into that industry. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, okay, I understand that. But, like, for, like, marketing now, the people who are joining up to join Ariix...
Not the people that join up
would
be Slenderize. That's how they get thin. Because everybody knows somebody that's doing weight loss.
Yeah.
But for sales, it's like, it's the Jove. Then it's like Slenderize, and then after that, it's like the water bottle.
Yeah.
The water bottle is pretty... The bug's gonna irritate me. But, yeah. I was told someone stuck that motherfucker into a pool and started drinking out of it. I was like, no way. But I had to think about it. I was like, it's just water with fucking chlorine. So if it gets the chlorine out and it just comes up water, it should be fine. I'm like, that's pretty cool, actually. Like, you can't do it in salt water because...
Yeah, gotcha.
Can't. Could you? Imagine you could, but it'd probably tear through that filter, though, pretty quickly. Because, you know how hard it is to filter out salt?
I can imagine.
Like salt water? Like, there's a reason why we have a limited amount of fresh water. Like, you can filter out the ocean water, but it's fucking, it's like, it's difficult. Yeah.
That's the Joe Rogan bit. Like, we don't have a water problem, we have a salt problem. You just went to Neptune. Ah.
Yeah, we don't have a water problem. There's just too much salt in the water, and people don't want to spend time and resources to filter out the ocean water, which we could do. and there's enough fucking water in the ocean where we could take several thousand gallons and still be pretty okay.
Yeah.
What's crazy, dude? That game is, like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I just, like, saw the TV screen and I was like, it's a really cool game. I don't want to go into it, but it's a cool game.
I want to talk about it, but I don't want to get into it.
I do want to talk about it, but I'll wait. It doesn't matter. It's just a cool game to play, dude. It's like, I don't know. I always have this urge to play, like, zombie games, you know? But I don't want to play the Call of Duty zombie games because, like, I like playing those when I've got a mic and I'm, like, talking to the other people who are playing because, like, it's real fast-paced. It's like, shh, you know, you can't stop or, like, it's over. But, yeah, this game is, like, it can be real fast-paced, but you can, like, take a second, you know, like, know what you're doing. I don't know, dude. I just started talking about it, but yeah. That's it, though. That was, like, it so far.
This is about
The journey shall continue.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to, like, see what's gonna happen. So, I told you, I just remember something.
Yeah.
I told you how my like goal, right? Like, the goal I want to hit was by May 20th. Is my nephew's birthday party.
Bryson Matthew?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, Bryson. His birthday party is on May 20th. His birthday's tomorrow, technically today.
Right.
That I wanted to live at least 200 pounds. I was doing good at first, and I like kind of slowed down. So I realized that I gotta not just like improve my diet, but improve the food. So I'm completely gonna cut out bread now, and I got 15 pounds to drop in 11 days.
Okay.
It can be done. I'm gonna try it.
Right on. Yeah. Bread's a big factor. I've realized.
Bread's hard to cut out.
I've cut it out pretty well.
Have you? Wow. Bread and rice too?
Ice. No. The only time.
Not ice, rice.
Yeah. The only time I would have rice was like Chinese food or like stir fry. So
yeah, I don't eat rice.
I cut that out,
Pasta.
and I don't eat a lot of pasta, man.
Okay, and you're good, dude.
For me, the only time when it came to like bread and tortillas was just Mexican food. So all I had to do was like stop eating Mexican food and stop eating pizza. And pizza made me sad and felt disgusting, so I stopped it anyways.
You was fucked, dude.
What?
Someone bought fucking pizza for us at work today.
Oh, damn.
And I had to look in, like, not just the whole store, so it was, like, up in, like, the main room, you know?
Right.
No, for our department. So I just had to look at 2 pizza boxes all day, and I had to be like, it's not worth it.
Right.
Not even one slice. It's not worth it. So I didn't eat any pizza.
Yeah,
even when I left, there was still pizza sitting there, and I was like, not worth it.
Yeah, there's some pizza in my fridge, and I work at 2 pizza places. I've sat there, and I'm like, no, I mean, I fucked up today. I ate a lot of junk food. But, like, when it comes to pizza, like, I know, not, like, when I eat pizza, I don't feel sick and terrible like I do when I eat junk food. But it's not a worth it feeling.
It's not like yeah.
Like, the only time pizza is amazing is right when it comes out the oven. Right when it comes out. And everything's still chewy. But
I like to give pizza a few minutes because it comes out right out the oven. It burns my tongue.
oh yeah, for me, I'm right in there. I'm right in there. And after a while, it's just kind of like, if I'm gonna eat a pizza, I'm gonna make that pizza. I'm gonna make sure that pizza is legit. You know, I'm not gonna sit around wait for some other Momo to make a pizza. Nah, I got that pizza.
Do you do the dough at Biology?
No,
Like,
I do the. So it's made. We have a presser. I do the dough at Flappers though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
And do you do the dough?
I do the dough.
Okay.
But because we got a high-rise dough now at a Pyology, which just makes me feel so much more worse about just giving pizza to fat people who don't need it. But it has helped me like kind of stretch it out. Where I'll just kind of sit there and just kind of like stretch it out myself.
It's the same amount of dough now, though, right?
No, it's thick.
Oh, it's thicker?
It's like a pita chip, real thin. Then now it's thick. Now it's thick, dog.
So so they get even more.
Yeah, now they can eat even more bread.
Dope.
And it's just like, I'm just sitting there, I'm just going like, I remember having a conversation with like my coworkers of how it's hard for me to explain to people that I find that nothing, unless I find love in it, it's completely and utterly pointless to me no matter what. And someone was like, so are you telling us that making pizza is 100% completely worthless? Well, yeah, we're giving people death slowly. Are you serious?
People love pizza.
Yeah, and we're giving them death. I love ice cream, but I know that thing's gonna kill me if it's around the house. We're slowly killing.
Man. That's why I feel like I'm not gonna buy ice cream at my house. Like if I ever want ice cream, it'll be just not money wise, but
right.
Like, for self wise, it would be more worth it just to like once in a blue moon, you know, you're craving ice cream, go to like the store and buy like an ice cream stick.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that would just be more worthwhile for you. That way you don't have this whole fucking tub of ice cream. You eat like half a tub and you're like, full.
Yeah. I've realized when it comes to like ice cream, cake, cookies, candies, there's no moderation for me. There just isn't. No matter what. Sometimes you can only have one. I don't know if it's my brain or like my bad habits.
It's the sugar. You have one and you're like, plus it doesn't actually fill you up. What it does, it makes you more thirsty, but you're like, oh, there's food. I'll just eat the food.
Yeah.
So you just 1, 2, 3, 155, 156.
Yeah.
Like,
so for me, like right now, I don't know what will happen in the future, but all I know is right now, I hate saying like, but I'm gonna treat it like an addict. Like you wouldn't just like have an alcoholic have like one sip every once in a while. I have to like cut it out.
yeah, you gotta have none, dude. It's like my favorite fucking candy in the world right now. The Starburst jelly beans. Like, yes, I could go buy some and tell myself I'm gonna have like 1 or 2. And I know it's a lie. Like, I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it's possible for somebody to maybe just have a small handful. It is not possible for me to do that. Like, if I had one of those things, I would eat the whole fucking bag in one sitting. So I don't have any candy.
Yeah.
The only reason I had candy is because, like, I was waiting for fucking dinner. Legit waiting. Like, it was ready, and we had to wait. Because my dad had to go, like, check on something on his truck, like, somewhere away, a little bit away. And so, like, waiting for dinner as it's sitting there ready, you know, just a jar of candy sitting there. I was like, I'm like, starving, dude, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that's why, I'm real excited about when we get to go to La Casina. Because I love Mexican food, but I've never had a problem with Mexican food. I never, like, every single day got Mexican food.
Yeah,
it's
you
always
Mexican food that one time, and you're like,
I'm good for a while, yeah. Like, I had a Cuban sandwich a couple weeks ago. I'm good. I haven't had a craving for one, so I can have another one later.
I don't ever crave, like, Mexican. Like, I'm like, oh, you know, like, it sounds good, but I don't ever crave it.
Yeah.
Like, the other day, dude, I was straight craving Panda Express orange chicken. And I know it, too, because I was like, man, what's on my mind? And I thought about it for, like, a good 5 minutes, because it was fucking downtime at work, man, and I was like, fucking Panda Express. And what did I do? I went, it was about my normal breakfast time, 1:30. Yeah. I went and I ate my granola. And I was good to go. I was like, I forgot about it, you know?
Yeah. What I learned this from a podcast, but then I didn't take it into fact until today. Where this guy was talking to someone, and he goes like, "You ever just like think about what you're doing?" And he goes like, "What do you mean? Like you think about it like, I'm gonna do this, okay? Because you do that, what's gonna happen after that? And then what's gonna happen after that? Then what's gonna happen after that? Then what's gonna happen after that?" So as I was writing down the list of things, how I was feeling after messing up today, I said, next time, write down the steps. Okay, Taylor, what happens when you eat that one ice cream? Well, you're going to have another one. Then you have another one. Then somehow, down the line, you're going to have 5 to 10, and then you're going to stop. Then you go, well, this has stopped. What's the next step? Well, then you're going to feel sad, and then we're here again. Like, just thinking of the steps instead of just going like, this is what I want, and then ending there. Go deep down into the rabbit hole, and then figuring out what's next.
You know what helped me?
What?
I know I was told for someone else's story, but it's like, is that one cookie or ice cream thing worth no, like losing all progress?
No, it's not worth it at all.
Okay, so you don't eat it. Is it worth it?
No.
It's something that's going to make you feel more confident about yourself than you've ever felt in your entire life. Is that one cookie worth it?
No, it's not.
And why the fuck is it? Why are you even looking at the cookie?
I don't even know. I wish I could sit here and I've sat down and thought.
You still want to look at the cookie?
Yeah.
Right.
It's what Archie Marcus calls it instant mouth pleasure. It's just like it's that instant, just bang, bang, bang. I've sat there because I ate those 3 cookies.
Gratification is not worth.
It's
not worth the
it's not worth it in the long run. It's not worth it in the long run. But in that moment, it's the same thing with Facebook. When those 3 little notifications, oh shit, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? And then you click, you're like, nothing's up. Nothing whatsoever. It's that. I feel it's that caveman thing where we had to go hunting for our own food, and we had that constant like, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, is Tom still here? I know that no caveman was named Tom. There. Yeah, we're all good. You hear? What's that? You hear that sound? What's that? Right? Then you found a cave lady and you go, here we go, or whatever. I don't know what they did back in those days. I don't know. And I think. It's just like, they had that all the time because they're trying not to die. And the only thing we have of that is clicking on that little instant gratification.
Instant gratification is a fucking tricky bastard, man, because, like, you feel so good, and then you realize that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it feels so weird when you actually earn something, you go, whatever. Like,
that's why I feel like I know that it's part of, like, kind of what put me in a bad mood earlier.
Yeah.
Is that there was, like, I want something that makes me feel good, like, I earned it, it's good, like, that I look forward to, you know, that I want to put, like, effort into, you know? That's why I'm, like, in my current journey, I'm, like, doing it. Yeah. We gotta wrap this up.
Okay, cool. We'll just do a final question, then.
Okay.
Song that best describes you, favorite quote, something you love about yourself. These are all questions I constantly think about that make me forced to think, and
Song? So what was the song one?
Song, like, best song that describes you as a person, your favorite quote. I mean, you brought up Bruce Lee the last time. It could have changed by now.
Always Bruce Lee, man.
Okay, it's always Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
I asked that because Paula V brought up a good point in the podcast before, where she goes, I don't have a favorite one because it constantly changes. I'm constantly being inspired. I'm constantly being motivated. So I didn't know if that changed for you. I was like, you know what? Let's open up that door again and see if that has changed. Because for me...
I think that Bruce Lee quote motivates my entire life, man.
Yeah.
Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add a little bit of your own uniqueness. Now, I'll tell you, I don't know, I forgot who said it. It's in a couple different, like, Asian philosophies, is that something that I thought about the other day is when you're learning something new, right, you have to discard everything you think you know about the subject. Everything. Otherwise, you're not actually going to learn it. You know, you're gonna judge it, which is cool if that's what you're doing, but not when you're learning. When you're learning something, you need to discard everything you think you know about the entire subject, throw it out the window, and just completely accept everything that you're being told until you're done learning it, and then go back and check it out again. You know? But in that moment while you're learning, you have to be willing to take everything in as new information, like you've never heard anything about the subject before at all.
I like that a lot. What's a way? Because I like those kind of like questions, those answers. What kind of question would lead to that kind of answer? Like, what's your favorite Asian philosophy? Like, with that?
I don't even know, dude. I couldn't even like begin to tell you how someone else would answer in a way like that.
Yeah.
It's just it'd have to be like something that happened to them recently, and they'll tell you. You know, they'll be like, you know what, something happened, and I can tell you this.
Okay, well, I'll do next time around. I'll do what's a powerful lesson you've learned recently. I like that a lot. I like that one. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna I'm going to do just one question after every podcast, and it's going to be based off the previous podcast. Just like, I wanted the question to start evolving. I think from there, it's going to evolve. So, you already answered the question. So, there we go. I got to figure out a better way to end this shit.
This is Will Cozby, and...
Oh, we didn't say our names at the very beginning.
We didn't say our names at all.
This has been Will Cozby and Taylor King. You were listening to Backseat Radio, even though it was in Will's bedroom, because the backseat was very cold, because it's kind of raining outside. Bye and stuff.